Good morning, children. In the last class, we have seen about the water. Approximately how much of water is used per day, per month, and per year. Okay. Today we are going to learn what are the water sources. From where we are getting the water we are getting from the water sources in our surroundings. Water sources like ponds, okay, lakes, rivers. In most of the villages they will get the water from wells, okay, wells, ponds, lakes, rivers. Okay, we are getting the water not only from the water sources, from the fruits and vegetables also we are getting the water. See, cucumber, in the vegetables, cucumber, tomato, lemon, bottle gourd, okay, and in the fruits, watermelon, muskmelon, orange, papaya. Okay, most of the fruits will contain the water. Okay, all we know that 70% of the human's body weight is also water only. Okay, in summer, why we are taking the water containing fruits? Okay, like watermelon means water from our body in the form of sweat, it goes out more. So to perform our body activities properly, to function for the functioning of the body activities properly, we are taking, we must take more amount of water, okay, in the form of fruits and vegetables. Okay, and we are getting the, in most of the villages and in most of the houses will have the wells. How is the well dug? How is the well dug? See, first they will select the suitable place for digging a well. Okay, and workers, by using the crowbars and spades, they will remove the soil at that place. The process of digging will be continued until the water in the underground fills the well. Okay, approximately they will dig the land 30 feet. In for very big wells they will dig the soil about 70 feet like that. Okay, water on the earth. Okay, in the earth surface, three-fourth of the earth is covered with, three-fourth of the earth is covered with water, but all the water is not suitable for for our needs, for our daily use. Okay, for example, sea and ocean water, all we know that water is salty, but what we are using for our daily needs, it is not salty. That water is called the fresh water. The water we are using for our daily needs, it is not salty. Okay, it is the fresh water. That means out of the fresh water available on the water available on the earth surface, only 3% is fresh water. Three-fourth of the earth surface is covered with the water. Okay, 75% of the earth surface is covered with the water, but all the water is not suitable for our daily needs. Sea water and ocean water is salty. Okay, the water we are using for our daily needs is not salty, that is fresh water. Okay, out of the water available on the earth surface, only 3% is fresh water. Okay, relative measures of volume of water in different vessels. Relative measures of volume of water in various vessels. Okay, take 20 ml of bucket, 20 liter. Okay, this capacity is 20 liter. Okay, we can fill this bucket with 20 liters water, and 150 ml of jug, or mug, bucket. This jug capacity is 500 ml. Okay, and take a glass tumbler. Okay, its capacity is 150 ml. Glass or tumbler. Okay, now spoon. Take 150 ml of spoon. Spoon. 1 ml of spoon. Relative measures of volume of water in various vessels. Take a bucket with capacity 20 liters, and take a mug with capacity 500 ml, and take a glass tumbler with capacity 150 ml, and take a spoon of capacity 1 ml. Okay. See, fill this bucket with 20 ml of water. 20 ml of water, it represents the total amount of water present on the earth surface. Total amount of water present on the earth. Okay, 20 liters of bucket. Okay, now from this take 500 ml of water to the jug. Okay, now 500 ml is taken by the mug. It represents the fresh water present on the water in the mug represent the fresh water present on the earth. The remaining water, the water left in the bucket represents the water present in the seas and oceans. Take a bucket. Okay, fill it with water 20 liters. It represents the total amount of water present on the earth. Now take 500 ml of water into the mug. It represents the fresh water, total amount of fresh water present on the earth. Okay, and the remaining water left in the bucket represent the water in the seas and oceans. Now from this from the mug take 150 ml of water into the glass. Take a glass of water from the mug. This represents the groundwater in the earth. Groundwater present in the earth. Okay, 150 ml. 150 ml of water in the glass represents the groundwater present in the earth. Now, with the spoon, take 1 ml of water from the mug. Okay, now the water left in the mug represents the fresh water present in the form of frozen ice, frozen form. That means snow-capped mountains, snow-covered mountains, snow covered on the mountains, and glaciers. Okay, and polar ice caps. Okay, fresh water present in the frozen form. That means snow present on the mountains, and polar ice caps and glaciers. That frozen form of water is not used, even though it is fresh water, it is not ready to use for the humans. Okay, and 150 ml is groundwater, and the water present in the 1 ml spoon. Okay, that is the water available for the human needs. That is also called as potable water. That is used for drinking, and that is used for the various needs of humans. Okay, only 1 ml of spoon. It represents the that 3% of water which is suitable for human needs. So very in the world, very low quantity of water is available for the potable use for the human needs. So we must take more precautions in handling the water. If you take bucket with 20 liters capacity, it represents the total amount of the water present on the earth. Now take from that 500 ml of water into the jug. Now that water left in the bucket represents the water in the seas and oceans. That 500 ml of water in the mug represents the fresh water, total amount of fresh water present on the earth. Okay, now in that from that mug, take 150 ml of water into the glass. Now the water in the mug represents the water in the frozen form, like snow on the mountains, snow caps on the mountains, and polar ice caps and glaciers, like that. That means that is not ready to use for the, that is not ready to use by the humans. Okay, next the water present in the glass tumbler, 150 ml of glass tumbler represents the water in groundwater in the earth, water in the underground. Okay, and if take 1 ml of water into the spoon, it represents the total amount of water, fresh water available for the human needs. That means very low quantity of water is available for the humans for their needs. So they must handle the water by taking more precautions. Okay, they must not they must reduce the wastage of water. Next, see, we have discussed about the wells, but the well water level changes no from season to season. If there is heavy rains, that water level rises up. If there is no rains, and in the summer season, the water level goes down. Okay. Now rain. Rains also common like air, sunlight and water. Okay. How does the rain occurs? If the sky is cloudy, we can say that it is ready to rain. Sometimes even if there is no clouds also, we are seeing the rainfall. We are experiencing the rainfall. How does it happens? How does it happens means we must learn more about the water. See the forms of water. Water is available in three states: solid form, liquid form, and gaseous form. Solid form of water is ice. Solid form of water is ice, and liquid form of water is water in the liquid form, that is available in the rivers, lakes, ponds, seas and oceans. Okay, that is in the liquid. Gaseous form of water, that is present in the air. Solid form of ice like glaciers, polar ice caps, or the snow caps on the mountains. Ice is in the solid form. River water, lake, ponds, wells, ice is in the water is in the liquid form. The water present in the air is in the gaseous form. See, take ice. Okay, if you leave the ice outside, it will convert into water. Or if you heat the ice, it will convert into water, liquid form. Okay, water on heating, it converts into gaseous form, water vapor. water vapor. Again on cooling vapor we are getting the, this is the gaseous form, solid form, liquid form, gaseous form. On cooling the gas we are getting the liquid form of water. Again on cooling the liquid form of water we are getting the solid form of ice. Okay, ice, this is the solid form of water. On heating it converts into, or if you left it outside, it converts into water, liquid form of water. Again water on heating we are getting the water vapor, that is the gaseous form of water. Okay, gaseous form of water on cooling we are getting the liquid form of water. Liquid form of water, again on cooling we are getting the solid form of water. That means the three states of water are interchangeable. That means they will change from one state to the another state, one form to the another form. Okay, thank you.